Activated. All in. Standing well. Jumping over there in the lengthening shadows. At the 1200, the gates are back and they're away and racing. Wild Front sprung the gates brilliantly. Out quickly also Locker In, Trilly Philly and Goku. Wider out showing Dash. Classy Survivor pushing up just in behind those ahead of Speedy Miss, and over on the inside Ginger. Further back is Old Mick and Schoolhouse Rock in a very compacted field. Then Trade Prize second last at the 800. Down on the inside the tail ender Jarman. Wild Front forced to quicken again. The pressure was coming from Trilly Philly and Goku. They're a length and a half to the good of Locker In, enjoying a good run by the 550 from Classy Survivor. Geordie Turner's off and around them now with the grey Schoolhouse Rock, and it'll be tracked by Old Mick. Speedy Miss inside of it. Over on the inside is Ginger. The last couple included Jarman and Trade Prize. Wild Front heads for home. On the point of the corner, Wild Front a half to 3/4 over Trilly Philly. A length and a half to Goku. Locker In, spearing back towards the inside. Schoolhouse Rock keeps coming wider out. Old Mick further back, being followed by Speedy Miss trying to get through. Wild Front responding though from Trilly Philly, and our Schoolhouse Rock and Trade Prize. Wild Front in front, clinging on. Jarman dashing through late, but Wild Front wins. Wild Front scores all the way from Jarman, Schoolhouse Rock or Trade Prize. Won't be much in it there for Minor Spoils. Speedy Miss right on their heels. Close up as well, Classy Survivor, Trilly Philly, Locker In. A gap to Old Mick which didn't fire. Then Ginger, who's back in company with Goku. Wild Front has gone back to back. Number 6, Wild Front for Bo Banovic Edwards. And the Wendy Miller stable jumped in front at a controlled pace as well. Beautifully handled by Bo. And Wild Front has staved them all off. Jarman got through inside horses late to pick up second placing. Not sure about third there. Schoolhouse Rock is in that mix. And as well there, Trilly Philly, although dropped off late in the race. Classy Survivor was behind them searching for a run. Schoolhouse Rock gets the nod for third. Trade Prize, another of them there, wide out on the course. And it has run fourth. 6, 3, 2 and 10. And Trilly Philly just inside of it, a nose away fifth. 3/4 into short neck, the margins. And they've galloped 1:11, 1:8. There for the 1200, 35.60 is the final 600 sectional. Well judged ride there by Bobo. She really nursed the horse through. He wanted to stargaze. He pricked his ears and she just kept him going and nursed him, and certainly very balanced on him. And that was the result there with Wild Front getting home. So 4 starts this prep, 2 placings, now 2 wins. The first of those was to Celebrity Queen. And Wendy Miller clearly has the War Chant 5-year-old in peak form right at the moment too. And out of City Living for Wendy Miller, Pete Wildermoth, Mrs. K. Gill, L.W. Gill, and S. Shales and A. Duthie. And that's win 4 from 19. Jarman second home by Skilled from Talia, prepared by Steele Casey. Nearly going with the double today, Steele. Lucy Warwick in the saddle. Schoolhouse Rock took off a fair way from home under the 60.5. He stuck to his task well by the factor from Clear Spell, George Dupre and Jordan Turner. Speedy Miss wasn't far away, right on the heels of those place getters there, and just seemed as though she was not getting a lot of sufficient room in the run home. The last of the day, the Gourmet Takeaway Handicap in the final event. 7 Stable Secret, 13 Cloak and Dagger, 14 Secret Assault are the scratchings. And we're going with Route 88 to beat Masquerade and Blankenberge Star Glitter. 6-2, 10-3 for the lucky last at Ascot, coming your way at 4:55.
Well, Wild Front saluting there, Scott. Bo Banovic Edwards, you said in the preview, she rides these Wendy Miller horses so well. In fact, both Wendy and Bo in good form, the combination. Wendy just with a small team, but they're going great guns at the moment. And Bo just rides them along in front, and they really, really run for her.
It's almost like Dashing Dan of the old Brit. Wendy Miller's stable, Danny Miller's stable. They love being out in front, whether it's Wild Front, whether it's Michelle Mabel. They let their horses run, and it doesn't really matter sometimes. We see 4 4.5 kilo weight swing in favour of Speedy Miss, but it was no difference really. Wild Front had that galloper covered all the entire way of the race. Bo's riding really well. Wendy's small little team flying.
And then we look at some of the performances in the placings here. Jarman, we talk about cutaway horses, well, back on the rail and just waiting for the field to open up a little bit. Lucy Warwick riding for dear life, giving it everything, kicking Jarman down the straight, but unfortunately arrived too little too late, with Wild Front snatching it. But still Casey going great, as Darren mentioned, almost with a double on today's program, having won one earlier. But Jarman had to settle for second. And Schoolhouse Rock, I thought, was a really brave effort, given that Schoolhouse Rock and Old Mick were the horses that found the back of Goku, who was one of the first beat. And with that being said, with Goku going backwards, they had to make those sustained runs, and Schoolhouse Rock has done a great job to have to fan wide and run on to finish third. So 6, 3, 2 and 10, the numbers out of the 8th at Ascot. We'll take a quick break, and on the other side, we'll come back. I spoke to Simon Miller earlier, so we've got an interview to play to you and also preview this weekend's Northern Stakes. So don't go anywhere.